104.1 KRBE, a Cumulus media station.
Good morning, everyone.
We ready?
Live from the TXU Energy Studio.
The Roula and Ryan Show with Eric, featuring Special K and Sam.
All right, don't forget, in just about 15 minutes, we've got a Roses update with Carrie after her boyfriend, Trevor.
Her husband.
Husband, that's right. He was hooking up with his best friend's sister.
Yeah, and his new bestie. What the heck? All right, so we'll get her on the air with us so we can find out how the weekend went. But for now, it's you, the star of the show, at 833-390-KRBE. If you've ever been prescribed Ambien or one of its sister sleep medications, we've had some really interesting calls about the side effects of Ambien. And what we have learned over the years is when you take this drug, you must go to bed. You go to bed.
And you should not do it alone.
You do not take Ambien and try and clean your house. You don't take Ambien, have a glass of wine, and then go to the drive-thru.
Or just watch TV. You have to.
You just get in bed. You should be in your bed, actually, with some water and the pills next to you.
Would you
Take the
not
pills,
agree?
drink the water, and just lay down.
And lock
That's
your
what you
door.
need to do.
And lock all your doors.
You should
Right.
not do this alone. Like, in other words,
Some people don't have a choice
have a
if they live
family
alone.
member there.
Some people live alone.
I'm going to call my sister up.
Yeah,
I
like he
can't
comes
sleep
in my
every
house.
night. How can you do that?
So we want to know what's happened to you or what's happened to somebody that you know because they were on a sleep medication like Ambien or another name. Jackie, hi. Welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Now, was
Good
it
morning.
you that was on Ambien or somebody else?
It was me.
Okay. What happened?
Yes. So I took it and I just sat in bed and I was just on my phone texting, and my little multi-poo was laying next to me and her fur just starts lifting off like yarn. And I'm freaking out. I'm petting her, grabbing her, making sure I'm okay, what's going on? And then I'm looking at my phone and my texts are just floating off of my phone.
You're hallucinating now.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Okay.
Was this your first time ever taking Ambien, and what was the reason you had it?
Sounds like mushrooms.
Yes, it was my first time. It was my first time, and just bad insomnia, I can't sleep, and so that was the last time I took it. And now I just try ZQuil or other stuff.
ZQuil's good, yeah.
What did your doctor say when you said, hey, just a little program note, last night my multi-poo's fur started unraveling and my texts were flowing. Did you call your doctor the next day and say, what the heck?
That sounds awful.
Yeah, I was
Program note.
hey, I don't know if I want to take this anymore. And she was just oh, it's okay, you don't have to. I was okay.
Wow.
Is your
I
dog
never
floating
knew.
above you then, too?
I don't think we've ever heard a story where they hallucinated like that.
I was waiting for
wow.
I thought maybe
Yeah,
you were
it-
shaving your dog or
trippy.
something. I thought it was going to come out.
When you wake up and you realize the razor and all the furs all over your
The
bathroom
dog
floor
is
because
gone.
you did it.
That's what I thought it was going to
That'd be
be.
horrible. All right, well,
Yeah.
good to know. Also makes hallucinations happen. Jackie, I'm glad you're not on that. Hope you dump that down the
Thank
toilet.
you.
It was
See
if
you
that
later.
happened, I'd be taking Ambien every night.
On Rover, he'll be reporting back to those houses, those pet owners. Your dog's fur
It's
is not
going
right.
off in handfuls. I'm so tired.
Let's go to Phil, who has an Ambien story to share with us that has to do with QVC.
Oh.
Hey,
Hi,
Phil.
Phil. Welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric in your wind tunnel.
Oh, hey,
Turn your
Phil,
radio down.
can you turn down your radio and take us off speakerphone?
If that's a possibility.
Yeah, hold on.
Okay,
All right, there we go.
Because Ahmad had to pull out all his
There
hair.
you go.
I
There
told
you
him that already.
Hey, Phil, share with us your
Hi.
Ambien story.
Yeah, so initially I was on the regular dose Ambien, and I was waking up still really tired because I was going downstairs and cooking full course meals and cleaning the house and whatnot. And then I was going outside and spending the night outside with my wife's cat, which I hated cats. So they switched me to the CR dose of Ambien.
Okay, what's the CR
And
dose
so
mean?
Lighter?
Controlled release.
The
Controlled
continuous release.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, continuous
And
release.
Continuous,
So,
okay.
so then my ex-wife says, "Where did you spend $625?" And I'm like, "I didn't spend $625." And she's like, "Yes, you did." And so we look at our bank statement, and $625 went to QVC. So apparently, I went to QVC in the middle of the night and spent $625, and then we get. 2 weeks later, we get a bunch of bedding, a bunch of bed sheets, and they were the ugliest things ever.
I wonder if you liked them or if you just bought whatever you saw when you were under
Yeah,
Ambien.
it was just whatever was on sale. I don't know. They were just like ugliest things.
So you
ever.
apparently
But
had bad
$625
taste
for
while
some
under
of
the
them.
influence.
Hey, can I ask you, did you eat the meal? You cooked this big meal? Did you eat it too, or just what did you do with the food?
No, apparently I don't even know what happened to the meal because I still woke up hungry in the morning, but I cleaned the house. I mean, hey, she should be happy. But
I cleaned the house. You should be happy.
Don't tell my wife that. She's going to be giving me Ambien.
You slept with the cat outside, like what,
Where?
in the yard
on a
or
sidewalk?
on a
Yeah, where outside?
The only reason we found out about the whole cat thing was because we had cameras outside the house, and so when we started reviewing our security, you could see me sitting outside on we had a little what do you call it, a
porch?
like a bench,
Porch.
a bench,
bench. Okay.
out by the front tree, and so it was a little iron bench, and so I'm sitting out there on the bench by the tree with Strawberry, my wife's cat. And I'm sitting there just holding the cat, and I hate
you were
cats,
naked.
and for some reason. No.
You're
I was
petting the
wearing
cat
clothes,
naked.
Thank God. Thank God.
Thank God you
I
had
was
clothes
wearing
on.
clothes. But
Oh,
I'm
man.
sitting out there with Strawberry for hours just petting the cat, and I hate a cat.
That'd be a
But,
weird.
Ambien made me a cat lover.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
So then, did your doctor take
be
you
weird.
completely off of all sleep drugs, or just that
No,
one?
I took myself off of it.
Okay.
Yeah, you didn't like that.
Well, I'm just
Okay.
saying, people who have problems, they got that for a
I mean,
reason.
that's a wake up call. You see yourself.
Yeah.
Doing something
On
like
camera
that.
and you don't remember it? That's crazy.
That's scary.
I'm just glad you didn't leave your house and get in your car.
No
We don't have any of those
recall,
calls.
whatever.
Man, Phil, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
I thought because we were working opposite shifts. So she was on day shift, I was on night shift. I had the kids, so I was like, don't want to risk ever, driving in the middle of the night with the kids or leaving the house walking or anything else or leave the kids on themselves. So
That's so
I'm like, let's
scary.
get off the Ambien and we can just do some Benadryl or do something, take a tequila shot.
Tequila shots.
The Benadryl's not good
Yeah.
for you. I mean, there's all sorts of health problems with
Thanks,
Benadryl,
Phil.
excessive use.
Dr. Ryan over there. Yes,
No,
I know.
he's
I know
right.
he's right,
Put
but I'm
holes in
just
your
saying, holes in your
Talk to
brain.
your doctor.
Talk to your doctor. We're not doctors.
Yeah, please don't.
We've
Don't
all
throw
tried
any-
everything, but we're not doctors.
I'm not giving any advice because
Me
that stuff. I don't
neither.
want to be sued.
Exactly. Thanks for calling, Phil.
I don't want Ranger Pusherwind call me up.
You said something bad about Benadryl.
The makers of Benadryl have some words.
Yeah,
for
they're
you.
linking it. They're
It's
linking
okay.
it to Alzheimer's.
Well, I think everything is now getting linked to Alzheimer's, but yes, I think about that a lot. How everything is. And there's some stat I did on Weekends with Roula about most of us are going to have dementia by the age of 95. I said, hell, if I make it 95, I'll be so happy.
Yeah, you're not going to make it to 90.
Just
I'm
won't
like,
know it.
I won't remember, but I'll be so happy I made it. Okay, let's go to Savannah on the line at 833-390-KRBE. It's Ambien Story. Savannah, you're up. Good morning.
Good morning. So I actually wasn't the one on the Ambien, but it was my mom's friend who was staying with us. And she started doing all kinds of wacky stuff in the middle of the night. Like she made herself a sandwich and just starts eating the sandwich in the living room. She started moving our furniture around. And at one point we came in and like the dresser had been moved and she's laying on the floor kind of like sleeping, thinking she's in the bed.
Wow.
How old were
And
you when she
then-
stayed with you at this time? How old were you?
I was in high school, so
Okay.
I think I was like 15 or 16. And then I don't specifically remember this, but my mom told me because she was like, I was trying to keep an eye on her. And like I walked down the hallway and she goes, and then she's just like in your room. So she like came into my room and like just got in my bed thinking it was her bed. So like nothing like bad happened. But she was like in my bed with me. And so my mom and I were just like all night long trying to follow her around,
Snuggle time.
making sure she didn't like get in the cars.
That'd be weird.
Oh my gosh, how long did your mom's friend stay with you, Savannah?
I think it was just that one night because after that, I think my mom was like, you need to go now.
You need to go now.
Imagine if that was a dude, though. Like, it was you.
It'd be dangerous.
Oh,
The guy
that's
also jumps in
creepy.
bed with you,
Oh
doesn't
my
know he's
gosh.
in bed with you.
Oh my God, that's
Yeah,
terrifying.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah, for sure.
Okay, more proof. People who've been around Ambien users and Ambien users say you should not take that.
I was thinking about Step Brothers. I was thinking about how they always
Oh, the
slept.
sleep. They'd eat and remember they
Destroy the
did.
house. They would destroy
Put the
the
pillows
house.
in the
Oh,
oven.
the Christmas tree.
That's so crazy. I've not seen Step Brothers. It's one of those movies that you laugh about it harder talking about it versus
Absolutely.
when it actually happens. It's funny, but it's funnier.
Yes.
When everyone who's watched it with like you can just talk about.
It's like
Yeah.
Righteous Gemstones. No one saw. Kevin and I are the only ones that are on board.
yeah, I have
this
not jumped on the
season.
new
I haven't
season.
And that's on
updated.
Max.
And last night was the new episode, and it's like anyone text and watch that. Just text me. I can talk to you because I can't talk to anybody about it.
Nope.
No, I didn't watch it
Come
that
on,
quickly.
Kev, watch it today.
No, I watched Saturday Night Live, and Morgan Wallen ran off before they, closed
I don't
it down.
blame them. They
Everyone's
probably
like,
don't like him there.
You
They're
don't want
like,
to stand around for the piano.
Oh, so
out?
he wasn't there when they
Or
wrapped the
claps
show
and-
up.
He
No,
was
he
there, but he
walked
walked
off.
off. He's like,
was.
why would I hug these people?
Right.
Their asses to me. I don't want to be around them.
But do we know that?
That's what I took by the way he walked off.
He said he just
And
had-
some of those
he
people
had
on
to
that
just
show
get out
are
of there.
very snobbish. That, oh, God forbid, if you're not from New York, you're a piece of crap.
Well, we'll see what the real story is.
Wow.
Talking about you, Bowen.
I thought maybe he just had to, take a dump or something like that.
People who was on the stage, I would
Holding
I
it
think
the
he
whole
was
time.
had places to be. Coming up next, we're going to have a Rule and Ryan's Roses update with Eric. Eric is going to do the update with Carrie. And there's a lot of
We're
names
going to do a
here.
one-on-one, 60
It's
minutes
Rula,
style.
Ryan, Eric, Carrie, Trevor, Josh, and Nicole. All of us together on the phone at the same time. No.
No, it's just going to be Carrie.
Tell us about Trevor and Josh and Nicole. If you missed what happened last Thursday, we'll give you the recap, and then we'll get Carrie on the phone and tell us how the weekend went. On the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric and Carrie.
Hope you guys are ready for this. On the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
Okay, roll it. 104.1 KRBE.
All right, parental discretion is advised. Carrie and Trevor, they're married. And you remember last week, all the pollen on everybody's car?
What do you mean last week? You still having it now?
I still have it now, yeah.
Sucks.
So obviously we all have problems with our cars, and Carrie was just fed up with it and said, I'm going to get the cars washed. Well, she wanted to empty the console of Trevor's car because it's always full of like papers and junk. So she emptied the console so she could, just get all that out of the way while the car company was cleaning the car. And she saw 6 different receipts for dinners that she did not attend that absolutely looked like it was dinners for 2. So she started looking into it, and she wanted to get more answers. She came to us for roses and told us the whole background story of how he has these business dinners, but the business dinners usually are on the company credit card. But the last 4 digits on these receipts are their personal credit cards. So it's not business dinners, and it's not with her. So I said, okay, let's get him on the phone. You're going to listen in while I talk to him. Let's see where he wants to send red roses, who's on top of his mind. And really, he did hem and haw for a bit, because I even said the colleague got called before you gave him to his wife, but she doesn't know they're free, so he looks like a hero. He still did not send them
He
to
put
Carrie.
that in his head.
Yes, and he still didn't pick her. So here's what Carrie's listening to when I asked him, who do you want to send the red roses to?
Nicole. Didn't expect my college bestie sister to be my new bestie.
So, Nicole, what's going on?
I don't know. You tell me what the is going on. You're asking me.
Don't turn it around on me. Why don't you tell me what the is going on?
You want to do this on the radio? Are you insane?
Well, I came to them for help. So, yeah, I think I do.
Yeah, but what the hell are you talking about?
You just sent red roses to another woman, dude.
Trevor, your wife came to us because she's worried about some receipts that she found of dinners that she is not having with you.
And where did you find those?
In your car when I went to clean it, trying to be a good wife.
Okay. Why would I leave receipts for dinners in the car when I knew you were going to find them anyway?
Because it's your car and she doesn't drive it normally.
Ask me, Carrie. Ask me what you want to ask. Since you've already
Are
told
you
the whole world
cheating
this
on
radio station.
with Josh's little sister? See, you can't even answer.
Carrie, do you know this woman?
I do. He was the best man at our wedding, and Nicole was also at our wedding. They all grew up together.
How old is she? Is she like over 18?
She's 27, which is 10 years younger than we are, and she moved here 3 months ago for a job. I asked her to come over to the house, and she was like, oh, I'm getting settled, I'm busy, whatever. And here I find out that he's seen her 6 times at least.
My best friend Josh asked me to kind of take this under my wing because he trusts me, not the his sister. I took it upon myself. Why the would I put the receipts in my glove box knowing you were going to take the car for the pollen?
But Josh would not say to you specifically, only you take her to dinner, Trevor.
She's trying to get a job with my company.
Real quick, what's the position she's applying for?
I don't know. I don't.
There is, you don't know,
to Bill?
there's no open position because it's all men. Your boss is a known sexist.
You just have every answer. You think I'm cheating. I left the evidence in my glove box for you to find. I mean, you just have all the answers.
Trevor, all of Houston.
Who the else have you been talking to about this?
Right now.
Why are you so mad?
The reason why I'm mad is because you've told the radio station, you've told probably your friends.
If you've taken her on all these like dinners, I think you would know what she was applying for.
I don't know what department. I don't know what she really wants to do.
You should, though.
After
What are y'all
6
talking
dinners?
about at dinner?
There's no way that's true, Trevor.
Have I ever given you a
never, in the
reason,
history of
ever?
that company, there has not been a woman walking through those doors.
I like that excuse. Have I ever given you a reason ever? There's always the first time. Like, have I given you a reason? You don't have to. If you got one reason, that's a reason.
Look, a lot of people have been in a relationship where everything was great, until it wasn't.
Yeah.
Right.
My wife does not like roses. Every time I give her roses, I get screamed at. She doesn't like them.
That is not true.
I think we need to let you guys take this off the air.
Yeah, you know what you know now, Carrie. Now you gotta dive deep and see what Nicole's point of view is on this.
So I'm already guilty.
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
guilty. Yes, you are.
Well, that was happened last Thursday. That's how it played out. So we're very curious to know for Carrie, how did the weekend go? And we are very thankful that she is back with us to tell us all about it. Good morning, Carrie.
Hi, guys. Good morning again.
Good morning, Carrie. So what happened after that phone call?
We met up at home and talked about it. He was a little bit less confrontational and a little softer and more apologetic. Will he own up to anything? No. But I think I caught him off guard and he was a little panicked.
That's what guys do. They're like a frightened animal in a corner and they come out like claws out.
And that's why roses work so well, because we catch them and they're right then and there. They don't have time to come up with a lie.
Scramble.
Any of them,
Right.
guys, girls.
That's why I asked him that question about what was she applying for, and he didn't have an answer.
So what'd you find out about Nicole?
I tried to talk to Nicole. I called her multiple times and texted her. She has not responded to me. And I think at some point she blocked my number and blocked me on social media.
Well, that's not obvious at all. She blocked you on social media?
Come on.
Yeah.
Did you call Josh?
I did talk to Josh, actually. He was absolutely furious and couldn't believe that Trevor would do this to me, but also to, his sister. He's obviously very protective of his sister. Josh called Trevor and was really mad.
Josh had no idea then.
No, he had no idea.
Okay.
I'd be so mad. That's my friend and my sister.
Yeah, I think Trevor was more upset that Josh found out than that I found out. I think he was more worried about protecting their friendship than, our marriage.
So where do y'all stand now? I mean, are you speaking to him? Is he in the house? Did you make him sleep somewhere else? What's going on
Did
right
he admit
now?
he won't admit anything?
No. It did kind of blow everything up. We were supposed to go see the Astros with our son this past Saturday, and I felt so bad canceling it because he was really excited. But I was like, there's no way we can do this. He is staying at a hotel, and my son and I are home for now. If he will own up to things and maybe agree to couples counseling, I would be open to that, although I want to stay separated. But, you heard how defensive he is. He's always the more confrontational one, and I'm a little more, quiet and laid back usually. So I don't necessarily see that happening.
I can tell you, as somebody that goes to therapy a lot, and I know people are sick of me saying this, you cannot move forward until you have complete honesty. If somebody is holding something back,
That's so soon. It just
or
happened.
keeping
No,
secrets,
it just happened.
I know, but you've got to be completely comfortable and be able to share everything with each other.
I'd like to know this. Does he have family here? Like you guys, I'm sure friends or family heard what happened Thursday.
Yeah, he did get some phone calls about this.
Did his boss hear about that, the sexist part?
You know what? That guy. If he did, I don't even care. I hope he heard. I hope he hires Nicole. That'll be the first female employee he's ever had.
Man, if you had not taken that car to get washed
Yeah, you would have been still.
and didn't take all those papers out,
Then you feel like a fool.
because this girl
Yeah.
was like, oh, Trevor, you're showing me around. These dinners are awesome. You said it was a full bottle of Prosecco on one receipt, another one has a
Look at
champagne.
me. I'm in Sex and the City. I'm in the big city.
Oh, my gosh. Houston's so awesome. Look at these amazing restaurants.
Where was she
and-
coming from, by the way?
Nashville.
I'm sorry for what you're going through, but I'm so glad that you know, and I'm so glad you came just to get those answers. Like Eric said, we got him right there.
Carrie, just
out of the
demand
box.
transparency. You need to be privy to everything.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. This was really helpful.
All right, well, take care of yourself. Let us know what happens. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
All righty.
Nashville's actually pretty big. So I don't know.
Random.
Not a tiny town.
Yeah, I know it's not small, but it's not Houston.
No.
And also random ick.
Random ick.
Just now when you said the word transparency, the way just that word, for a long time, that word annoys the crap out of me.
Why?
I feel like that's one of the words that you see on those business things, like things you don't want to see in your manager's email. Circle back.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to be transparent.
Think outside the box.
I just want to be. Can we just say, let's be clear? Can we say we're just being clear?
Overused office vernacular.
Transparency.
I just mean that.
Transparent. I'm not
Be
saying against you
open.
personally. I'm saying I've heard that word
Nothing
way
to
too
hide.
much that I'm like, I think I'm going to put that word on that list
now that my
of
phone's
words
here-
that drive me crazy.
That'll be on TikTok. That'll be
I
showing
want
up
to be
now.
transparent.
Oh, and you'll
with
get
my
ads for
phone.
saran wrap.
Transparent. Clean wrap. No, I guess so.
For clear.
Transparency.
Yeah. So one person thinks, OMG, he is just talking her out of it. This lady needs to stick to her guns.
That's what narcissists do.
And
They
make sure
turn
that
it around
she
on
holds
you.
him accountable for what he has done with these dinners. And listen, the Josh thing and Trevor fighting. If Trevor was a single man and the sister came here for the job and they ended up getting married, be like, oh, I never knew that my best friend would marry my sister. That's so great. But dude, you're already married to somebody else and you got a kid.
That's a problem.
That's a problem. Anyway, and the fact that Nicole blocked Carrie on social media, how guilty is that?
Oh, I know.
Sorry. You're not just saying, I don't want your drama, married lady. I'm not part of it. You're saying I'm all part of it and I'm the cause of it and I'm blocking you.
When we originally did Roses on Thursday, the thing that absolutely convinced me is when we asked, oh, what position is she applying for? And he had
that joke again. that joke came from the text. 37530.
You're hired.
He had nothing. He had nothing. He didn't have time to scramble and come up with a lie. You would think after having 6 dinner dates, you'd pretty much know what position she was applying for.
Mistress position, that's what it is.
Yep.
Okay, y'all want to be on Roses? You have a reason to think you need to be on Roses. Unfortunately, well, we're going to help you out. Go to krbe.com, or you can also direct message Eric. It's at producer Eric.
A lot of times you
on
know,
Instagram.
but you need the confirmation because you have the evidence, but they'll still say no.
Some people will never.
Or you don't
admit,
have
though.
enough evidence. We can get it for you.
How many times have we done Roses where the person was just completely busted? We just literally heard the person say that they're in love with somebody else, and they still deny it.
They'll deny it, even if you have video of it.
Y'all go to krbe.com and tell us about it. We'll try and help you out, too. Coming up next, I watched something last night with my husband and my daughter. My 14-year-old is one that told us to put it on Amazon Prime. And
Reacher?
Nope.
Oh, so good.
No, because my 14-year-old found it
good.
first. It is something that I'm curious if I'm allowed to talk about it because of statute of limitations.
You don't
It came
want
out
a spoiler?
in January. Is this too new?
Well, I mean, are you just going to spoil it?
Yeah, you can't tell anything. I mean, if people are wanting to start a new show and binge
It's
it.
a competition show.
Oh, I don't
Oh,
watch
well,
Came
that's
out in
different.
January.
That's different.
competition ones. I don't know.
Okay, well, I'll talk about it because I
give a
have
warning.
an observation about this competition show where you win money, and I have questions about what would you do in this room.
Mr. Beast?
Beast Games.
Or Beast Games?
Oh.
It's Beast Games.
I know he did some crazy stuff. I never watched it, but I heard he gave away lots
Right,
and
and
lots
that's
of stuff.
so. Actually, before I get to Scoop, since we're going to take a little break here, text me at 37530. Have you watched Beast Games, or should I reveal the ending or not? Because I feel like this is one of the. It's a sleeper. It's a sleeper
I don't know
cell
if
on
you should
Amazon.
reveal
Is there a
the
reason
ending.
for it? Or you just want to reveal it to reveal it? Or
Because of how crazy the ending
purge
was.
information.
is there a purpose for it?
No. There's a purpose. There's a purpose.
Like I saw the finale of Reacher. I don't have the urge to
Tell
run it for
everybody.
everybody and say what happened.
But that's what I'm
Don't
wondering. Like,
ruin me, Eric.
is it too soon?
Katie,
Like, when
just-
am I supposed to talk
Can't
about
believe
the
it's
ending
final
of this
one.
show?
Reacher's dead. It sucks.
Okay, well, we'll discuss. Scoop's next on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
Movies, music, TV, and all things Hollywood. Celebrity Scoop on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
104.1 KRBE.
It's brought to you by Taquerias Arandas, and I want to remind you guys we're in the window for Kendrick Lamar SZA tickets. They're going to be here at NRG Stadium April 23rd. The tickets are available at livenation.com, but right now in this window between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m., when you hear the sounder to call, you will win tickets for free from KRBE.
Nice.
So hang out for that. Okay. I will just come right out of the box and tell you, I'm not going to tell you how this show ends. But last night, my daughter, who is 14 years old, had me and my husband, Tassos, watch Beast Games. It's Mr. Beast, who is a YouTuber who's become a global brand. He is worth $1 billion.
Now, can I ask you, in the TV series, are they the same contestants from episode 1 to the end? Or is it each individual? 'Cause I'm just used to watching like YouTube videos of him
Is there an
Yeah.
where they all do
elimination?
like one thing where they all
It's
put
like
their hand in the
Survivor.
car.
Think Survivor and Deal or No Deal and all these shows, right?
the same people for the whole
It's the same
series.
people on Survivor.
Okay.
The first episode, this is why I wanted to bring this up. The first episode is 1,000 people. The production value of this is insane. I
1,000?
I even said, is this like a visual trick or is this room actually this big? We looked it up. It cost him $100 million to do this 10-episode series.
Are you kidding me?
Beast Games.
$100 million.
Yes, Beast Games. Because here's what he did, and I want to ask you guys around the room. The way Beast Games starts, everybody looks like they're in a video game. Everyone is standing on a square. There's 1,000 people. You're all wearing the Squid Game outfits. You have a number. So let's say Sam is number 1, Ahmad's number 2, Kevin's number 3, Eric's number 4, I'm number 5, Ryan's number 6. If we were all in the same line, and there's 1,000 people, and there's all these lines. Okay, so before the game even starts, Mr. Beast comes out. His real name is Jimmy Donaldson. He says, Before this game even starts, I'm going to give you a chance to make $1 million. And of course, everyone, it's all hyped up. Every square has an iPad that is recording their faces. Every person is being told to talk to the iPad because that's how they're cutting it later in editing to show like number 836 said this and number 62 said this. Like, I'm doing this for my mom, or, you're talking to your own camera. So it's all very edited, very cut up. And the $1 million challenge is if you eliminate yourself right now and you don't even do Beast Games, I'll give you a chance to win $1 million. You'll win $1 million.
A chance.
But how many people are going to say, X me out? Then you're diluting the $1 million with every person that says no. So the first guy that hits it, everyone's like, oh my God, because you have a chance to win $5 million. It's the biggest jackpot in entertainment history. And so all these people are hyped up and they're there to try and win $5 million. But I'm thinking, I'm going up against 1,000 people. I am hitting the button.
So does that guy guaranteed $1 million or a chance?
Yeah, no, it's the guarantee. If you hit the button, you will win $1 million if you're the only one that hit the button. But if all 6 of us hit the button, then the $1 million is split by 6. It's all about how many are going to bail themselves out. He said if 50 of y'all do it or whatever the number was, okay, you could walk away with $20,000, whatever it is. It's however many people in these 2 minutes are going to hit X right now and not even put yourself in the beast.
Oh, I would definitely cash out.
100% I'm hitting that button.
Did you cash out, Kev?
Ooh, I don't think so.
A chance at $5 million to go through the Beast Games, or right now your share of $1 million.
People are greedy.
Yeah,
it's like only $4 million difference. Like, I'll take a guaranteed $1 million.
But it's not guaranteed you're going to get split up with
because
everyone.
you don't know if all of us are going to break it down for you.
Most people are like, they want to go for it. Most people do.
I don't know.
So of the 1,000
quitters
people,
like me.
Of the 1,000 people, the people that started hitting the X, he was showing the $1 million start to break down. Because the more people that hit the X, the less money your share is.
What did it get down to?
So the first guy that got the $1 million is like, yes, I'm doing this. Everyone's like, okay. Another guy's like, yeah, 500. I'll take 500,000. And another one's like, I'll take 250. I'll take 100. And they're like, okay. And then the first guy was like, oh man, how many people are going to do this? But in the end, you could not even survive episode 2 and walk away with $0. So you guaranteed yourself almost $20,000.
So that's what they ended up with.
That'd be nice.
Almost $20,000.
I'll take that for 5 minutes
Just
work.
for showing up to put the jumper on. Ahmad, would you have done that? Yes. Ahmad, you would have done that.
He's like, yeah.
Okay, then the next challenge was if he brought these briefcases out and he said, I'm going to start with bribing you guys to break down this. He wanted to cut it down to 500 contestants.
Okay.
So the first briefcase had $10,000 in it. He said, if you hit the X button and you take the $10,000 briefcase, everybody in your line gets eliminated with nothing.
Oh.
You're the one that gets the $10,000.
That sucks.
So it looks like you had like 100 people in the line.
I mean,
it looked like a lot of people in the line.
Yeah, you're right behind him.
So all these people in the lines are like, no, we're going to go for it, right? We're going to make it to Beast City or whatever the next episode was going to be. And they're like, yeah, we're doing this, right? And you had to have an alliance with your entire line.
Oh, geez.
You don't know these people.
No.
Are you kidding me? Mr. Beast is going to come out with briefcases full of $100,000? Hell yes, I'm hitting the X.
$100,000 or $10,000?
Well, it started at 10, and then it went. Nobody took the 10. Then it was 20. I think 20,000. The first guy was like, "We're not going to do this no matter what. Hands in my pockets." And then he like hits the 20,000.
Oh, you screwed everybody.
And then I'm like, "Listen, Beast is coming out with more than 20. Hold out for like $100,000 because he's trying to get to 500 contestants." It was very entertaining. I found it very entertaining, and creative.
I feel like I've seen
but
it.
Exhausting. No, what show did that?
I'm saying like
You're saying you talked so long and described it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's very entertaining. You feel like you've seen it. Why not? Is that wrong?
If I gave away that kind of a spoiler, y'all would hammer me.
Well, that's not the first
episode. That's not a spoiler. That's the first episode.
Okay.
You got 9 more episodes to go. I'm not saying anything about the other 9. But I will tell you that I thought it was very entertaining. And I don't know if he could do it again because he even said this is way over budget.
Yeah, say he lost money.
$100 million to do
How does he recoup?
Games.
Like, I mean, that does sound like
from all his channels.
People give him money too.
Yeah, he was offered $1 billion
Sponsors.
for his brand, and he said no. It's kind of like the concept of George Lucas sold Star Wars for $4 billion, but it has made Disney how many billions after? But could George Lucas have taken it to the next level where the Disney
Probably not.
people took
By
it?
the way, speaking of game shows, I saw Rob Lowe and the guy from Severance,
Adam McKay.
talking about how they can't even film on the lot in California anymore. It's so expensive that they take his show, The Floor, Rob Lowe's show, The Floor. They film that in Dublin.
Really?
It's
Ireland?
It's cheaper to take the 26 contestants or whatever the contestants and fly them
over.
there.
To Ireland.
Really?
To Ireland. That's where the show was originally from.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting you
Isn't
say
that crazy?
that.
They can take all the contestants to Ireland and all the people that work on it and do it there.
This is why
Why they do it in
Plus
Texas
the floor,
or Georgia?
Plus the floor is probably the same if it's in Dublin, right? if they created the game, they just use the same floor.
Oh, they can use the same sets.
Every country can go fly there, use the same
It's
set.
a great idea. It's interesting you bring that up. My buddy Rob.
Not worth being in California anymore.
No, it's not. That's what he's talking to me about. He's like, "Is your daughter still out here in L.A.?" And I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Dude, they're barely filming anything here anymore.
Yeah, they don't film there,
He's
and
like,
now you do.
You don't need to be in L.A.
Still do Zoom
of the cost.
auditions.
Yeah,
all my friends do auditions on Zoom.
Zoom.
Well, Beast
Hear that,
Games is on
Faith?
Amazon
Come
Prime
home.
if you want to watch the other 9 episodes. And you still should watch episode 1 if that interested you, because the way the people are taking the money and who they're promising, and they go, "I'm not going to do this. We're doing this." And then the other like, "I got a family. I'm tapping out." And then, I don't know. I think all of us in here would
Do you
have been
feel
like,
he
"I'm
mentally?
out."
People are texting that he mentally abuses people, like
Mr. Beast
plays the mental games. I mean,
I didn't watch all the episodes yet, so I don't know how much
I've seen
crying.
one
There
where,
was a
like-
lot of crying in episode 1. I was like, why are people crying already so
like
much?
one on YouTube where like 2 people had to like stay in the same room with the lights on or something. Ma, did you see that one? Yeah, I think I'm just like, man, this is kind of cruel.
Yeah, but nobody's twisting your arm to do it. You came of your own free will.
I just feel like if you got offered
it's
money
a
from
fine line.
Beast and you didn't take it, you're a bozo, because he gave a lot of
think of
chances for a lot of money.
There's also a lot of lawsuits around the show. Like some
really?
of the contestants sued.
Oh wait, I feel like I read a couple of those
Yeah.
stories, but I hadn't seen the show
Just
yet.
don't get that.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's just they felt screwed over and they didn't get the million or 5 million.
Well,
Everybody
somebody
wants
texted
something
us
for
about
nothing.
somebody who right here in our area is benefiting from one of the winners.
Remind me sometime to tell you about a story I heard Saturday from a listener, nice person that told me about her friend who gambled.
Mm-hmm.
You know when you always you say you're going to Vegas and your friend says, "Hey, take this money and gamble for me." What happened
don't do that.
to her?
Oh gosh,
Not her, but her friend.
was it screw over job?
Oh, I want to maybe at 8 o'clock. I'll tell you.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah,
con.
yeah.
No.
Can't you tell us now?
It's real quick.
Okay, tell us real quick.
Her friend was going to Vegas. The guy said, "Go to this machine over here and do this. Play this machine. Here's $6. Can you take
$6 is a random
Can you take my
amount.
$6 and play for me?"
Okay.
So she did it. She did it twice, and he lost his money. The third one, she won $12 million.
Oh my!
What?
But when she came
Stop.
back, she didn't go to work. She quit, and that's where she made the mistake.
Oh,
So the rumor got around.
That
This
was
guy-
his $6 that won the $12 million?
That's when he realized, and she even said, "My friends, what she didn't do, they went to court for months."
Oh
and she had
my
to
gosh.
I don't know if she had to split it, but basically, you always have to cash out. If she would have done his $6 first, cash out, and then start playing your own money, she
Yeah.
would have been fine. But because she didn't cash out,
is it still pending?
no, it's over.
Okay.
But I mean,
Whoa, so
she
how
had
much
to
did he
pay-
end up getting?
She didn't know because after taxes and everything,
Yeah,
the $12
yeah.
million became like 8 and then 6. So I can't remember, but it was it wasn't half, but it was still.
I ain't mad at $6 million.
Yeah.
No, me
but it
neither.
just sucks
Yes,
though.
but how
that-
much litigation did it take to get whatever
cost
they
the
ended up
lawyers
getting?
$1 million.
Oh,
my
wow.
That's what it was. It's $12 million. Then you got to take what, $4 million off.
Hey, your
For the
life is still
taxes.
better off, even if you're walking away with $1
And
million.
you got to split with someone else, even though that wasn't their money. Their money was the first 2 spins.
Right, that
It was
was
the
not
third-
his
It was actually
money.
the third spin.
And they have cameras to show it was
So
the third spin.
If anyone tells you you're going to Vegas, they say, "Can you here's
Play for
$20?"
me.
Just say no, thanks.
Yeah, no
I
thanks.
can't do it.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that anyhow.
Or record it.
Hey, yo. It's time for What's Going Down, in H-Town on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
104.1 KRBE.
Hey, the Cougs are in the Final Four.
Oh, good. That was
69-50.
That was a
the
nice,
score
nice,
against
generous
Tennessee.
margin in scoring. It wasn't stressful like Purdue.
You got for like when they got down to 10.
Yeah, because the guy I was
Little
listening to
puckering.
on the radio, not on TV, and he goes, "Oh, if they get to 9, the Tennessee fans are going to lose their minds." And the guy
It
missed
sounds
the
like a
free
home
throw.
game for them and Purdue.
Well, Saturday at the Alamo Dome, tip-off is at 7:49. So they're doing something here in Houston, though, right in front of the George R., just like they did for the last game. They're having this major watching party, viewing party, and that starts at 6 p.m. They say bring your chairs and blankets, grab a seat on the plaza, and watch the game on a massive screen. So that'd be kind of fun to do.
I'd rather go to a bar.
Yeah,
If I want to be with people.
Now, speaking of bars and restaurants and all those things, right on Montrose, they started today. This long-anticipated reconstruction project begins today. Montrose Boulevard. Now, the project's going to impact a stretch from Montrose Boulevard from West Dallas to Allen Parkway. They say it'll reduce traffic and to one lane in each direction while they're doing this. So it's going to be kind of a traffic nightmare if you take that route.
It's not a long piece of road there. You could always go
From West Dallas to Allen Parkway?
Yeah, that's the last. That's the last block, and then you go down the hill to Allen Parkway. Mm-hmm. So I'm sure there's a lot of people exiting off of there, but there's 2 other exits you can take. It'll be fine.
But they plan on planting more than 100 new
But you
trees.
don't know about it, then you go, oh crap, I'm stuck in it.
A lot of people are concerned because there's like 150-year-old trees that line that area.
Oh, that's sad.
So they are saying they're not going to tear them down, and that they plan on planting more trees.
Drive around them.
What?
Just keep them in the middle of the street.
I don't know if y'all been down through that way, but there's a beautiful, huge
Saturday.
new building over there. I don't know what the heck it is. It looks like some new space age building. And
Is it like a business building or is it a...
I can't tell. It looks like a museum.
Is it where Channel 11 used to be?
It's kind of a little bit further. What would that be? West? Yeah.
West would be closer to Katy, heading that direction.
I don't know how to describe it, but it is so big and so impressive, and I have no idea what the hell it is.
I'll find that one.
Well, this construction...
37530, somebody knows. They're driving by it right now.
Yeah, the construction's expected to be completed in the spring of 2026, so the road's going to be messed up for a while.
That's not a dumb question, but it is a question people can answer at text at 37530. What's that building Kevin's talking about? But dumb question amnesty is coming up next. It is the last day of the month today, March 31st. We open up our phone lines at 833-390-KRBE. We will answer a question you don't have an answer to, like the question on text. Is Amon actually the voice of the Burger King commercial?
Do you think if he was doing the voice, he would be here?
He would not be doing this job if he was getting Burger King cash.
He would not be getting up this early.
But he does sound just like him. All right, so dumb question amnesty. Let's see what you got next on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.